Well, there's a bit going on here in Abu Dhabi, and if you asked me about half an hour ago who I thought I was going to win this game, I'm not sure I would have said it was the Desert Vipers, but they keep finding ways to win. Tonight they win by 1 run, their 4th win on the bounce. It was a pretty extraordinary game. It ebbed and flowed, but that last over it came down to the stand-in keeper managed to hit the stumps and run out one of the Mumbai batters, the My Emirates batters. It was quite sensational. So the Vipers won by 1 run. Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining us here on Cricket Safari. Well, I tell you what, like I mentioned, bit going on here, and I'm not just talking about the people that I'm standing with. I've got Mike Hazeman, Wasim Akram, and Sam Curran. Look, Sam, congratulations. I think we'll start with that. What happened out there? What happened? Because for all intents and purposes, I thought had it for a bit there, but how do you keep finding ways to win?
I don't actually know. I think we could easily be 1 from 4, I think, at this stage. But somehow, I think that's good signs for the team. I think we're way off. But what a weird game of cricket. I felt, when I batted, certainly, it felt like a really tricky wicket to get going on. We thought
double-paced?
Just a bit of everything, yeah. Felt good at times, didn't feel as good. One of those where we felt, luckily, a couple of good hits towards the end from Dan and snuck up to 160, which we thought was defendable. And then MI came out, played extremely well. And then all of a sudden, a couple of wickets, and then they flew ahead of the game, and then Polly got out, Bance got out, and we're like, they're cruising, and then somehow won that.
So what was the plan for the last ball? What was the advice to this young bowler? What to do on the last delivery?
Yeah, he's had a blinding season with bat as well. Yeah. I think it's an interesting one when it's 2 off 1, because I feel, what do you look for? Are you happy with the tie? Are you happy? Do you want to go for the all-out win, or you kind of? Well, that's the perfect scenario. He misses and the wicketkeeper does a little temp and bowl.
I know, very rarely see wicketkeeper hitting the stumps.
Exactly. I think he'll be happy with that one, but especially with James Foster, our coach, being a keeper. But I actually said bowl a bouncer. I thought he would kind of hopefully maybe swing and miss, and it's a risk worth taking, but thankfully the luck was with us again.
That particular delivery, Rashid, 2 deliveries before, he was outside off stump, and that one, he just gave himself room.
Well, that's the thing. It's such mind games because we didn't really change the field. If Rash stayed in that position, he probably missed the ball because he came too far leg side. So I guess as you can see there, it's almost perfect. And then it's a great angle there, I'm sure. With Richie's is there, and oh wow, it's just clipped as well.
Just clipped.
I was at mid-off, and and all the boys celebrating, and seems like one of those seasons. We played last night, we got a super over, and now 4 from 4. Happy days.
Yeah, so how do you come back from your super over? Because you had about 10 minutes between games, and then you come back and you win another close one today. Are you boys you get a few days off now, so I suppose a bit of a rest might be required.
I think when you're winning, it's great, but if we lost both yesterday and today, we'd be saying, why are we playing back-to-back? But we should have another one tomorrow. But I guess no.
We can arrange, actually. Some people if you'd like.
I just guess it's T20 cricket, that's why it's so fun and entertaining.
Tell the viewers how difficult it is, even T20 format, to play 2 games in a row.
I think it is difficult. I think especially, it's a bit better in this tournament. We don't have to do any flying and stuff. So probably only getting to bed 1 a.m. last night, kind of adrenaline still going after a super over. And then I guess when you win, you kind of just get on with it. Same process, same new ground as well.
Yeah.
But I think we're in a good place now, 4 from 4, and we have a couple of days to reset before Friday. So we're tired, but tired with wins is good.
Absolutely.
What's the news about House with that calf?
Yeah, it didn't look very good, to be honest. I think obviously he came straight off. I don't actually know, but hopefully it's not too serious, but it didn't look great.
And Aravin's job was suddenly complicated. He had no idea he was going to be doing that today.
Yeah, it was lucky we had another wicketkeeper in the team, actually, but He earned his money tonight with a little... got the win for us. Great.
Did.
Let's talk about your player of the match, David Payne. 3 wickets and 1 over, took 4 29 all up. What's he been like to be around, and how will he be tonight to celebrate that?
Yeah, I think as a left armer, I was kind of in the middle there chatting to him. I thought it was one of those wickets where you could use your cutters. That's probably Payne's strength, and felt like a really big hit towards that bank at that side. And we felt, as you can see, we didn't really do anything fancy. The odd pace on, coming around the wicket, keeping the batsman cramped. And yeah, this is where I thought the game was really weird. They needed about just over a run a ball, and they gave us a couple of nice catches on the boundary, and especially guys like Pollard and Shepherd who can hit the ball so far. I think it shows when they're getting out like that, the wicket's not beautifully true, and it was great as a bowling group that we held on earth.
And in general, on this particular pitch or this particular square, winning to batting first is 188, and today was a different pitch altogether.
Well, exactly, and I think it was a good wicket. Don't get me wrong. It just wasn't. I don't think it was a six hitting ground. I think 160 was probably a little bit slightly under par, maybe 175. You guys got their runs, but I think it was just a good wicket. Kind of, at least us bowlers had something in it we could use in the middle of the wicket.
Your over number 14 was very important. You picked up a wicket and just conceded 2 runs, which just added an extra twist to things at that stage.
Yeah, I felt Nicky gave himself a chance today. He kind of came in and obviously such a dangerous player, so at the top of your mark you can be a little bit intimidated, but I spoke with Azhar, our bowling coach. There was enough in the wicket just to hold the top of the stumps. He obviously hit one up which Hetty unfortunately dropped, and then the same ball, same kind of shot, and luckily caught it, so
fine catch,
which was nice. We fielded really well this season as well, and I luckily dropped one tonight, so I'm happy we've got the win, so I don't have to get any stick for that.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the fielding here, because I spoke to Chris Wokes at the innings break and he talked about the lights and how they affect your ability to catch here, the ground having so much dark sky and the stands are so far away from the ground as such. So how do you train for something like that? Obviously, it'd be great to come out here.
Yeah, we obviously don't train at this ground because we're in Dubai where we're staying, but it's weird, even at Dubai Stadium when the lights are really low and they're around the whole stadium, so you almost want the ball to go above the lights so you get a nice eye line, but when it goes flat it's the worst thing because you're like, oh my god, where's this going? Just get your head out the way. But that's a great catch from Hetty there. He obviously would have been under pressure from the drop, but yeah, we train a lot, but I guess we'd love to train before the game at this type of ground, but with the schedule and how busy it is, but again, we're not complaining. 4 from 4.
How fast was that? Sorry, how fast was that ball was coming at mid off of Pollard?
Wow, Pollard, he hits the ball so hard. It's really hard. I probably should have taken it most days, but I think when you win, you can laugh about it. But if we had lost,
and you thought it was coming towards your head?
Well, I just try to get out of the way a little bit and just burst through my hands. But yeah, the fielding coach will be on me tomorrow.
Let's hear about your exchange with Polly when you were bowling to him. What happened here? I do love to watch you. You have some great exchanges on the field.
I know Polly quite a bit, but he gave me a bit of stick when I went into bat. I blocked the first one, really nice defence, and he said it was a test match quality defence, and then I said, well, he's copied me with the kind of, he's walked down and given it shoulders arms. So we had a bit of banter. I kind of said, Polly, this is proper test cricket. So we had a bit of a laugh. He's such a quality player, and he's coached me in a few teams as well. So just a bit of banter out there.
Did you say something as you released the ball? Did you scream his name out as you released the ball then? In that situation, I was on comms at the time.
Can we hear it again? Because I think
Polly as the ball.
Polly, I think was what we.
Because I actually really thought when he came out to bat, I knew he'd walk down at me. He's got that kind of intimidating walk that he does at the bowler, but I may have done, but it's kind of just.
Oh, Polly, I think is what
really?
I can make out.
Yeah, you did.
Just quality test match cricket that.
You seem to really enjoy this tournament. You've been here plenty of times before. What does season 4 feel like for you?
I think the weird thing for me, a great thing for me, is that I've come back to this team for the 3rd season in a row. Same sort of coaches, same sort of players, and I think the tournament's picking a bit of momentum because I feel like we're getting used to the grounds. The standard feels a lot more, feels higher this year.
Absolutely.
I feel like the players that have come this year, and maybe just because of the windows, it doesn't overlap with the other tournament as much. So we've got quite a lot of the guys who play in South Africa actually playing here as well. So that's quite nice. Kind of, I spoke to Johnny earlier. He's going to the South Africa League after this tournament. So it's kind of the overlap, but I think it's obviously the no travel as well is great for us players. We get good rest days, and kind of when we turn up to games, we feel a lot fresher, I guess. But yeah, it's a great climate, great country, and yeah, enjoying it.
And it's quite remarkable the number of close games. I mean, that's the thing I've noticed coming here and working on this one.
Well, exactly. I think this time of year as well, with the dew, it feels like there's a bit more dew this year. So I think the toss has become a little bit important.
Especially in December.
Exactly. So the last time we played was in January, so kind of conditions slightly different. But yeah, I think it's great. Everyone wants to play in close games, especially when we're winning. Because I kind of spoke to our boys. The first game at Sharjah, we got 30 off 12 to win that game last ball, and then got a super over last night and then win it by 1 run there. So better watch out if we come good at some stage, hopefully. So it's good signs for us.
It is good signs. Now, look, before you go, because when you win, you've got other places to go. We know that. We appreciate you coming down here. We just have a quick question about the Nicky Curran stumping, or almost stumping, could be, should be stumping. You were out there, I believe, at the time. Any idea as to what was going on here?
I guess it's I don't know if it's tactile. We felt like when me and Max.
Couple of ball before they took a referral as well of the same batter, if you remember.
Yeah. So it's a weird. I don't really know why that happened, but I guess me and Maxi in that middle phase were probably struggling to kind of get that rhythm. The ball felt like it was skidding low, and that's where we probably felt sometimes the game's moving so fast. I kind of got the message from Foz in the group that we might have bring in a left-right or something different just to change the momentum, but I guess they saw we were struggling. We were both struggling, me and Max, and they probably said, try and keep these guys in, which is a tactical play. But at the same time, then Dan, we'd retired him, so we almost tried to play their bluff and try and get him out. So it's a game of, I guess, cat and mice, but it's one of those. I don't know, it's tactical, but we've won, so we'll have to last now.
That's all that matters. You get the points, you're top of the
exactly.
table, you're well clear of all the other teams. Hey, thank you so much. You got off captain's duty tonight. You didn't have to do the interviews, but you had to come to us after.
That's good.
Thank you so much. Go and enjoy the celebrations. We really appreciate it. What a wonderful guy. What a great person to interview. Very cool, calm and collected. So no wonder they rely on him or call on him when Lockie Ferguson, the great cricketer, when he has to step in the captaincy role. What do you like about him?
I played against his dad. I mean, his dad was a terrific guy.
So did I.
Kevin was a terrific guy, and he's a chip off the old block. I mean, Kevin used to love a feisty situation and love a bit of a scrap.
That kind of attitude, never lose attitude. Physically very fit, mentally very strong, and of course both the brothers and Sam and Tom. I think Sam especially, he can bat, he can bowl, he's a gun fielder. So great cricketer to have, and he seems a happy guy as well, happy person. Happy vibes.
And an attitude that they're always up for it, always up for whatever's happening on the park or whatever they're ready for, whatever they've got to do, they're always up for it.
Yeah, great to have in the team for sure. And that team must be flying high right now because that is 4 wins on the bounce.
Tom Moody might even be smiling. Is that possible?
I think a little smile. He's going to call them the desert burglars, he said tonight, as I walked off is what I heard from him. It was quite extraordinary. And when I say they are well clear, they're now 4 points clear of any other team in this competition. 4 from 4. It is a lovely way to start. The net run rate is healthy as a horse. But so what do you do in this situation? You don't want to drop games, of course, but the pressure's off in a funny sort of way.
In a way, but still early days in this tournament. You see, only 4 games. They won 4 out of 4. They're not qualified yet for the playoff. Still 6 games to go. So anything can happen. You can't just let your guard go. You got to be on it every time. Every game is a new game. Unless until you make sure you qualified for the top 4, then you can relax a bit and maybe try new players. But before that, you got to play every game with 100% effort.
So you wouldn't be rotating players until you qualify?
No, I wouldn't be doing that. They're going to have to rotate one, of course.
Maybe one or two.
I mean, that's a big blow because he was obviously striking the ball beautifully and scoring some runs. And also doing the keeping job. So he was playing 2 roles. But it gives an opportunity for someone else to come in and take over and grab that opportunity. But I think he could be
because it happened to us as a third PSL. I was in Multan. Tom Moody was our coach. We won 4 out of 4. And we were all happy. And then we lost all 6 after that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so...
He's learned.
You've learned that. So no one's getting too over their skis is what you're saying. Now, what of my Emirates? Because they really did. The Vipers did to them what they did to Sharjah Warriors the other night. So how are they feeling tonight?
They'd be pretty low, I think. I mean, they'd be pretty disappointed about this. They would have realised how important today's game was and how well they needed to actually get the points. That's all they were worried about. And Kyron Pollard at the presentation was very specific and again not blaming the pitch and saying anything like that.
Blaming the batting.
But he did say and also the batting.
Even Sam said
also the fielding.
Yeah, dropping Sam said after 13-14 over they needed to run a ball, literally run a ball. Yeah. And then they messed it up from there.
And 4 guys getting caught trying to hit 6s as well. He said they got a few basics horribly wrong, but they'll be low.
They'll be definitely low for sure. They've got plenty more games though, as we know. But how important at the start is to get momentum going?
Very important.
Yeah.
Really important. It
really is in this league. I mean, important, winning. And then, of course, my Emirates was thinking, okay, we lost this game, fine, because still 7 more games to go. We won 2-3 games, get our momentum going, and then we should be okay. But yeah, winning in the beginning, at least 2-3 games, is very important for any team.
When you're the other teams in this competition looking at the Vipers and the way they're going about winning, and even they, by their own admission, are saying, look, we can get better than that, which is the most exciting thing, so look out. What are the other teams thinking right now?
They're thinking the Vipers having a lot of luck. That's what they're thinking right now, and they're trying to talk themselves into the fact that is the story. Meanwhile, I mean, good teams win these close games, and that's what they're doing at the moment. I think they had some luck yesterday, to be honest, and that's super over. But I mean, and maybe a bit of luck today. But today, they're a pretty good side, and I think there's obviously something quite special happening in that change room as well. I think that environment's quite good.
Mikey, as far as the draft, the auction concern, the retention concerns as well. So they spent their money wisely. They got every kind of base covered, Desert Vipers.
They do, but they also talk about what they build in the build-up to the... They build into the build... That's so good from me. What they work on in the build-up to the tournament starting. Lockie Ferguson talks about it being a family and the way they embrace everyone and what they're embracing around the boys before they get them ready to hit the park. How crucial is that, and are they setting the standard for the other teams in this competition?
A lot of teams talk about that sort of stuff. Very few get it right. I mean, there's always it's always something that
like
sort
Sam
of goes
said, he's
wrong.
playing 3rd season in a row for Giants, so at least Vipers. So
Yep.
it's actually like a family. He's got a day off. They've got 2 days off tomorrow. They're going to play golf in the morning. I think they're staying in a golf resort as well, lucky boys.
So I think quite uniquely they've got it right. And a lot of teams, as I say, mention it, but they don't get it right. But these guys seem to be buzzing nicely together.
Yeah, they certainly are.
Tom
Things
is a
looking
very
good.
organised guy.
He's a very, very organised guy, as am I. And I'm going to keep us on track here. I'm going to throw us to a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about what is coming up tomorrow on the DP World ILT20. Stay with us. Welcome back to Cricket Safari. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, a heck of a night here in Abu Dhabi. The Desert Vipers, they've done it again and they are top of the table. They take the points. My Emirates are asking all sorts of questions of themselves and I'm going to ask those questions to these fine gentlemen beside me. I've got Rohan Gavaskar and Darren Ganga. And Darren, what happened there? Mai won't be happy about that.
I'm trying to figure it out myself. When I looked at how they performed with the bat, they were so close at the different landmarks. Fairly decent power play scores. Then at that 15 over mark, I think the difference in runs just about 4 or 5. And then with 17 runs to get in 2 overs, with 5 wickets in hand and Karen Pollard at the crease, you surely would be putting your bucks on my Emirates to win. And then in comes David Payne, 3 wickets for just 2 runs, and the game is flipped on its head, then flipped back on its head with that strike from Rashid Khan, and boom, it's a Vipers win. So that's the beauty of T20 cricket. It's never over until the last ball, and the belief shown by Vipers has to be credited. The way they're stuck in there, the way they fought with their batting in that first innings, absolutely brilliant in terms of attitude.
It was a double wicket maiden the other night that saved my Emirates, and it was a triple wicket over that did them over tonight. When you look at my and how much they needed this win to keep momentum building, what are they going to be most disappointed with?
Well, I think the fact that they haven't honestly played good cricket in all these 3 games. They got that victory in that second game against Sharjah Warriors where I've got to say it's not my Emirates winning, but Sharjah losing that game. So they'll be looking at the way they've played cricket over the last 3 games and I'm saying, nah lads, this just ain't good enough. We as a team, as a unit are far, far better than what we've been showing on the field. So I think they'll be sitting in that change room today and having a real good chat, an honest chat saying, we've just not been good enough. We've got to up our game. We've got match winners in our side. It's a team, when you look at on paper, probably for me, one of the favourites for the tournament. So they'll be having that chat and saying, we've got to play better cricket.
Part of that chat will be about their catching efficiency. It was inefficient today because they dropped catches. They gave away chances to the opposition batters. Could have found themselves chasing a less target than what they had to chase. Yeah, evidence of what I was talking about. That was a difficult one for Karen Pollard. But a few skiers which should have been taken.
So
yep.
Is it, I mean, and they should have been taken and by their own mission, absolutely. But how much of this is just not having adjusted fast enough to the conditions here in Abu Dhabi? Because that's a lot of sky. You've obviously got the stands quite far away from where you are and you've got those lights. I mean, I'm not saying I'd be a great fielder by any stretch of the imagination, but you would think it'd be hard work.
Look, it's the beauty of this game because you play at different venues. That's the fabulous thing about this tournament. You have 3 venues that are sharing all the matches. So your ability to adapt, your ability to adjust, that's how you value a team. That's how you credit a team that goes on to win the tournament. So that's not an excuse because both teams are playing with similar conditions. So this is a standard of play you expect from international players. It's called the International League T20. So you expect those chances to be taken. I feel that they're a little bit behind in terms of their preparation maybe. That's only their 3rd match for my Emirates. So you're hoping that the standard improves as they progress in this tournament.
I'm just going to jump in here. While I agree completely with what Darren says, your fielding standard has to be of a certain level. It's a good point you raised because there are no clouds in the sky over here. It's pitch black. And sometimes when there are no clouds in the sky, it's hard to get that depth perception. A lot of times as a fielder, you sort of see the cloud and you're thinking, okay, listen, this is how it's coming. And it's slightly easier to judge. When there's... Even if it's a day game and there are no clouds in the sky, you'll find that catching high catches, which are skies, are always a little bit tougher. But having said that, at this level, those need to be taken.
Be honest, on a night like that, when your teammates are dropping so many around you and you see the ball go up, what are you thinking to yourself? No, not to me, not to me. No, please, no, please, no.
No,
What's
listen,
going through
I'll
your
tell you.
mind?
I'll tell you what's going through your mind. Generally, when the ball goes up in the air, you've been taught to say mine.
Oh,
This time round, you can say yours. You're not saying mine; it's saying yours, buddy, yours.
Darren, move, get here. One player who seems to be going okay within the My Emirates setup, okay, better than okay perhaps, is Tom Banton, who top scored for them again today and took 3 catches when taking catches was very hard out here. And this is not the first time he's really stood up for My Emirates. What is it about him?
No, I like the fact that he takes the game on. He batted at number 3. He was good in the field, confident always with his body language. He's played a fair amount of T20 cricket too, so there is that expectation from him as a player. And we can see him going through the paces. So usually when you have a player of that sort of stature, you expect that that player will rise and stand up for you. I felt that Nicholas Pooran might have batted at number 3, but they sent him. So for his self-esteem, he should take that as a positive. He's been scoring runs. I'm sure he'll be disappointed with this outcome, but you're hoping that he grows in stature because, again, it's early days in this tournament, so you don't want to be peaking too early as a team.
There was some interesting tactics tonight with the likes of Pooran not doing with the stumping. He decided against the stumping, and when they were retiring players, it's getting more and more interesting with these little things that you can do, the mind games you can play, isn't it?
Oh, without doubt. I mean, a lot of people will look at it and say, was it in the spirit of the game? I would have done it. I mean, if I think there's someone out there who's struggling, I would have done it. And that's why I was a little surprised. I was commentating. I was a little surprised when they took the review a little earlier, when the umpire had given not out, and then you go around and say and not stump him. So why would you take the review in the first place? Umpire said not out, just keep him there. So look, mind games, I was more than happy to see it. Makes the game spicy.
It certainly does. We love a spicy game. We had another one here, but let's have a look at our competition. Don't forget we have a competition running throughout the DP World ILT20. Now it is time to find out who those lucky winners are on the ZTV quiz from last night. A reminder of the 2 questions that we asked. Which team won the inaugural edition of the DP World ILT20? The answer was, of course, the Golf Giants. And question 2 was, who were the finalists in the first DP World ILT20? And the answer to that was the Desert Vipers and the Golf Giants. So well done to our lucky winners, and for anyone who took part in tonight's quiz, results will be announced tomorrow night. So best of luck, congratulations once again, and don't forget that T's and C's apply. Now, the DP World ILT20 kicks on tomorrow, and it's the Golf Giants taking on the Sharjah Warriors. Who's winning that?
I'm going to go with the Giants.
Oh,
What do you expect?
you're going to go the Giants too?
Of course I'm going to go with the Giants.
Somebody's got to give these Sharjah Warriors a hope here. So I'm going to put my hand up and say, go the Sharjah Warriors. That is all coming up for you. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight in Abu Dhabi. For the first time this season, we are very excited to be back. The Desert Vipers have clutched another victory. They are 4 in a row now. They sit top of the table, 4 points clear of any other team. But points will be grabbed tomorrow. So make sure you join us in. Thank you for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.